Hello and welcome. On the GemStone Wiki, you'll see a link to join the Discord group. This is a good way to connect in real time outside of the game. You can use the Discord verb to authenticate and gain access to additional channels. Here's what that looks like from in-game. Assist is how you can get help from game staff. They aren't able to provide puzzle answers and are bound by game policy guidelines. There's a couple situations you'd use this verb. Usually during events, a news alert will say, put in an assist for help with XYZ. Use command assist request message. Once you get a response, you can reply to staff with the report verb. Outside of that time, report should be used for emergencies only, otherwise you will get vaporized by lightning bolts. Usually you'll speak with a game host first, who will give you a referral if needed. Then a specific game master will probably need to help you with your referral. Depending on the situation, the whole process could take hours or several days. These folks have personal lives and feelings just like you. Best advice, be patient, be nice, and don't AFK if you have an active request in. Staff will do what they can, but if the answer to your question is a no, just accept it and move on the best you can. If you come across a typo or a non-game breaking bug, use the bug verb to submit a ticket, and use bug item to submit issues with items. Last episode we talked about lockers. If you ever need to move your locker from one town to another, or swap, just head to the local moving office and ask clerk about move. Answer yes, pick the town you want your locker to go to, and choose which rate. If you are premium, you specify which two towns are switching, and the immediate option for the 5K is definitely the way to go. If you have a banknote from a different town, the exchange can change that to local currency for a small fee. Just type exchange note while standing in the right room. Service lets you offer your skills to other players, or their services unto you. Service show will list other players in the area offering services. Service list will show you what you could offer help with. On my empath, I'd put something like service toggle heal, healing other players at the Wayside Inn. Then when you type service show, I'm listed for others to see. You can suspend your services if needed, or clear to stop offering everything entirely. GemStone IV is a text-based role-playing game. Your words and actions should reflect your in-universe character. At minimum, just avoid talking out loud or through-channel thoughts about out-of-character things, like the latest hit movie or your favorite song. It's okay to use Whisper OOC or think directly to someone to share privately. Stay clear of text speak like LOL or BRB. Use the laugh verb or say that you're daydreaming. That's in character for saying you're AFK. There's even a daydream verb. Some players go all out, fully exploring their character's voice and identity. Go with what you feel comfortable with. At this point in my GemStone experience, I like silver farming through combat and shopping at events the most. On your own, be sure to check out the Art of Role-Playing in GemStone IV for additional perspective. While you're there, stop by the New Player's Guide for some additional how-to. There's even a link to another YouTube help guide by Lord Werlin. Definitely check that out too. One role-playing concept to take with you is, you don't know another character's name until you ask. You as the other player can read their name, their title, etc., but the character you're playing only sees their body features and clothing. Use that as an opportunity to introduce yourself to someone. Hi, my name is Jara. I'm a healer and I'm new in town. Endless possibilities can begin with a simple conversation. Use verbs like act or smile to craft a story for others around you. Make sure you use these appropriately so they make sense. You don't have the ability to summon dragons or destroy the town. Not yet, at least. GemStone levels range 0 to 100. Using some skills and killing near-level creatures are the best way to gain experience. The wiki guide goes much deeper in detail, but a rough example would be to imagine your mind as a swimming pool. Hunting creatures or skilling fills it up. Then you go rest at a supernode. As the pool empties out, your character gains training points at certain thresholds to spend on skills. The entire experience system has received many enhancements over the years. Subscribers receive the gift of Lumnis, which adds a bonus to natural experience gain, helping you get 36,500 EXP faster every week. Role-playing awards can be given out by the Game Masters when they observe RP interactions. You can also get orbs from special events which do the same thing. Role-playing awards do not stack, they just refresh, so always use what you have before activating another. You can use Roleplay Nominate to recommend a Game Master observe an individual for role-playing in the moment. Don't abuse this command, but definitely use it for the intended purpose. Another handy verb is Mychar, and Mychar thinks. It's like an act verb, but only Game Masters can see it. Use it during a GM-led event to let them know your character's perspective. Using this term very loosely, a speedrunner only paying for subscription could go from 0 to 100 in about 7 to 8 months. That's maximizing gain opportunities and being lucky to get some RPAs or barter RPA orbs from other players without involving USD. Some people have been playing over 20 years and are just now reaching the cap. It's a huge milestone that usually results in being hit with lightning bolts by staff as a form of congratulations. One of those situations report gets used in a gray area. I flew through the 70s and 80s due to grinding and attending special events where I was lucky enough to get an RPA. You're never guaranteed them from events, and if you get one, it could be something small or huge. Just one of those things you appreciate if you get, but try not to be too bummed out if you don't. Do you need a job? The town hall is hiring low-level adventurers to complete tasks. You may have to chase down a runner who wanders around town. Here they want us to take a message to the blacksmith. Using the map, we'll head on over. After giving the recipient the message, we are awarded experience and some silvers for the trouble. While we're here at the blacksmith, they also offer a quest. You'll get a map and be tasked with bringing back a heavy slab of iron. If you need help, search my site for Making Iron for a walkthrough of this quest. All of my gemstone videos have clickable timestamps and topics in the description to find what you need quickly. Set to 1080 with the cogwheel for the best picture. I'll add corrections to videos as pinned comments, so check that section and say hi or ask a question if you want. I read all comments. I sort all videos into playlists and post weekly in community. If you're liking these help guides, the best way to support the channel is subscribing. If you're worried about too many notifications, just click the bell and choose none. You'll be pledging your support without being bothered by alerts. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Onward into skills and training goals. Gemstone has several skills and lores allowing you to create almost any build. Yes, a healer may be better at magic, but you could still train them to use a two-handed sword. They may not be as good as others, more naturally adept at learning the skill, but in a fantasy world, you can create your own path. Take stalking and hiding for example. An empath can train once per level, warrior twice, and a rogue 3 times per level. To put into perspective, at level 100, the max ranks for each of these would be 101, 202, and 303 respectively. Some professions will be better at certain skills than others. Type skills to see your current abilities and training points you can spend. Type goals to open a web browser and train. If you see the blue banner blocking the screen, just open a new tab to GemStoneIV.net and confirm the cookie settings, then refresh the skill page. Here you'll see training point cost and max ranks of a particular skill based on your profession. Use the plus signs to increase a skill and minus to decrease. When done, click Apply Changes. Wait to see confirmation, and then your new skill should be on your character. We're going to do a quick, high-level overview of each section. Armor and shield ranks help use that equipment. Weapon skills will increase your attack strength for a weapon type. Inside combat skills, physical fitness gives you more health. Combat maneuvers give you extra unique abilities. Magic skills for those that want to waggle. Harness power increases your mana, and mana control lets you send mana to others. There's usually a few spell circles for every profession, even warriors. Lore skills generally affect spells in different ways. We'll approach those more in depth in other content. Your general skills cover a wide range of useful abilities for many. First aid helps you tend wounds and skin. You'll need certain ranks of climbing and swimming to traverse some areas. You can update your skill goals anytime, and up through level 19 the effects are instant. We'll circle back to this topic in a future video. Alright, the last topic to cover today is the Raging Thrak. Each of the starting towns has an equivalent NPC to talk to. You can find directions on the wiki. The Thrak will give you some advice. A lot of stuff we've covered already, but some we have not. At the end, you'll get some questions to answer. If you answer everything correctly, you are rewarded with experience. There is a cutoff for this quiz, and if I recall correctly, around level 5. If you attack the NPC or answer incorrectly, you'll have to try again later. All fresh turnip farmers should report for this final exam. Episode 11 will wrap up Phase 1 of this series. We'll be installing and going over Lich features. I'll show you how to download and run common scripts. See you then.